What's up, everyone? Welcome back. So, I thought I'd show you guys my vinyl collection because I know a lot of people were really interested in that. I don't have the biggest collection. I want to get more, obviously. I want to get an actual shelf of vinyl because right now I just have a crate right there. That's it. And I want to get an actual shelf for my vinyl, kind of like the DVD one that this tripod is standing on. But yeah, I want to get one that's real nice to protect from ring wear. But yeah, those are pretty expensive, aren't they? So yeah, let's just go through my records. Obviously, this is just stuff I've collected from like flea markets, the record stores I go to, stuff I buy on Amazon. Some of my favorite albums are in here. So yeah, let's just get started here. First couple, the first two are two Aerosmith records, actually. Here is Get Your Wings from 1974. It's a really, really nice pressing. The cover is kind of really beat up, especially on the back. There's a lot of ring wear. And it didn't have an inner sleeve when I bought it, but I'm going to need to get one. It's on Columbia Records. But the condition isn't too bad. I just spun it a little bit ago, and it still plays well, but obviously a great bluesy record. Before they got really metal-y, kind of, or really hard rock. This is more kind of bluesy stuff on here. I believe Same Old Song and Dance, which is a great track, is on here. Pandora's Box. Spaced. Just great songs on here. This was their second studio album. And then, of course, we have Rocks from 1976, their big comeback record with Back in the Saddle, which is one of their best damn songs. I will tell you that much. It has a really cool inner sleeve as well. By cool, I mean dated. But, I mean, it has some charm to it. It has some cool band photos on the back. And this one is also on Columbia. I won't take every single record out because this will be an enormously long video, so I don't want it to be too long. I just want to show you guys all of my vinyls here. One wasn't going in for whatever. I hate these thinner sleeves because you can't, when the album sleeve is real thin, it's real hard to open this up. But I kind of like the texture on here. I don't know if you can tell. Get the light in there. It has like a leathery kind of texture to it. It's kind of nice. Kind of like if you own Song Remains the Same on vinyl, or the CD, I have it down here somewhere. The Song Remains the Same Led Zeppelin CD has the same kind of leathery texture that this one does. So if you own that CD or if you own this vinyl, you'll know what I'm talking about. And then we go on to two albums from one of my favorite classic rock bands, the Alan Parsons Project, with I, Robot from 1977. This one is on Orchestra Records. Let's open up the really cool gatefold that it has. A lot of really good kind of new wave disco-y jams, but just a fun album. One of my favorite albums of all time, but not my favorite Alan Parsons album, because this is my favorite Alan Parsons album. Turn of a Friendly Card, with my favorite Alan Parsons song, Games People Play. This one I actually put a new inner sleeve in, so that's nice because the other one was really torn up and stuff. If I have extra inner sleeves, I'll usually use them, and for this one, I definitely needed to use them. And we're coming up on the first album I ever reviewed on this channel, a throwback review to Animal Collective's Meriwether Post Pavilion. Just a crazy, crazy album. And this one has a really awesome gatefold. I wish I could get this, like open up this vinyl and put it above. Because I'm going to be moving my setup here. So in a couple videos coming up, some album reviews of some newer albums, you might see a different setup because I'm going to be trying something different. But yeah, I have another shelf above my CD rack here. Let me show you. I have another shelf up here with some knickknacks. Oh, look, it's the Born to Run box set. And then I have my CDs all here. So I'm going to try and do something like that. Maybe put this, display it with the gatefold open because I love this artwork. Not for everyone. If you're not really used to really psychedelic or noisy stuff, you're probably not going to like this album unless it just clicks with you. It's just an album that clicks with people, and it clicks with most people. I've shown a lot of my friends this album, and they either love it or they hate it. So, I mean, listen to it, see how you like it. I'll put that back later. Few more out because I do have a couple Beatles albums. These ones are really old and they're really falling apart. I have Meet the Beatles, split on the back there. Don't love that, but you know, what can you do? And I have Rubber Soul, the US version. I want to get some of the remastered vinyls. They're kind of getting expensive, but I want to see if I can get some. And some of the 2009 CDs, because I don't know what happened to all my CD copies of their albums, but these are both great albums. This one is my preferred version of Rubber Soul. Just such a nice, folky, relaxing album you can have. Very fall, because this album came out in early December, but technically it was still autumn when it came out. And then I have An Evening in December. This is my uncle and aunt's record. It's not mine. I don't know how I got that. I honestly don't. Put these back in. Where am I at? Ah, here I'm at. So we have my only vinyl box that I own is Deftones White Pony 20th Anniversary Edition. This was a birthday present that my friend Jake gave me. Thank you so much for that. And this album is, of course, amazing. It's 2 different records. But not only is it 2 different records, it's 2 different gatefolds. So here's the original album. Pretty cool gatefold. There's my cat down there. Get the remixed album, which just has the same gatefold artwork, and you get a little booklet up here as well. So, a really, really cool vinyl box set. And there's also a CD edition. But what I don't like is when artists change the album artwork. I really love the original album artwork with this. How it was just a silver... It was just silver, but in the bottom corner, it had the white pony. I don't like the version when it's the white album cover with the picture of the drawing of the pony in the middle. I like the original CD artwork, so if I ever find it on CD, if I don't get the remastered version, I'm going to get that artwork just because I like it better. And then we have some more albums here with Electric Light Orchestra, Out of the Blue. A very, very, very good album. Obviously a classic at this point. It's a double, and you get the awesome... I have some cool gatefolds. I don't listen to this one a lot, but I have some pretty freaking cool gatefolds, and this is one of them. Double album, obviously. Everyone knows the songs on these albums. Turn to Stone, Sweet Talking Woman, Mr. Blue Sky, of course, Sweet as the Night is probably one of my favorite songs. Produced by Jeff Lynne. He is a mastermind. This record is friggin' amazing. And then, of course, we have an oddity up next because this is one I actually got scammed when I bought it at the record store. No, I bought it at the flea market. It's Fleet Foxes, or it looks like it's Fleet Foxes' debut album. It was $10 at the record store. Okay, looks like Fleet Foxes' album. I noticed there's another pocket here. There's nothing in it. I'm thinking, oh, maybe it's, a booklet. It doesn't come with it. It's fine. But I take it out, and it's just Sun Giant. It's not even Fleet Foxes. There's a lot of money I wish I could have back, and I kind of should have known because the actual version of this album is like $50. I don't know why Sub Pop hasn't repressed this album on vinyl. I mean, it's a pretty popular album. I don't know why you wouldn't repress this one back on vinyl. It's cool artwork. I mean, I guess I can use it to frame. I hate these papers. They never go back. This thing's being a pain in my butt. I'm trying to put it back in there, but throw it in here. But yeah, definitely buyer beware. Check your vinyls before you buy them. Check them at the door because I got scammed pretty bad. And then I have the next one is actually controversially, a lot of people disagree with me on this, my favorite Fleetwood Mac record, Tusk. Rumors is great. Sorry, my nose itches. Rumors is great, don't get me wrong, but this album is incredible. It's just, it's almost like, it's interesting that it has the dog on it because it harkens back to me and another album with a dog on a cover that's kind of in this kind of experimental. I mean, like this stuff, some of this stuff is almost like noise pop that Lindsey Buckingham is doing on this song. The Ledge, Save Me a Place, Storms. I mean, it's almost like pre-Pixies stuff. It's really, really crazy how Lindsey Buckingham is doing this music. And obviously, there's some great ballads on here. Angel, Sarah, of course, Honey High. Just a great, great record. And I love the artwork that you get with this one. You get that one. There's that artwork on there. And the label looks like that. And second album, same label, but you also get two other inner sleeves here. It's pretty cool. It's like interchangeable. You can change them out. You can frame these. I was thinking of framing some of these because they have some really nice art prints. Frame that one. Maybe I'll frame this one. I'll hang it up. Or one of the other ones has a nice band picture. But just such an innovative record for them. I love this record to death. I think it's, like I said, it's Fleetwood Mac's. Everyone says Rumors is their grand opus. This, to me, is Fleetwood Mac's grand opus. The only thing I don't like about this album is that it's not a gatefold, which I think is kind of lame. Like, gatefolds are awesome. Most of my albums are gatefolds, so I kind of hate that it's not a gatefold, but I love this record so much. And then, of course, we have my album of the year for 2020, The Flaming Lips, American Hat. The Flaming Lips are my second favorite band of all time. I need to get more of their vinyls, see if I can find them. Go to a good record store. Nice gatefold. It was only on the vinyl edition. The CD doesn't have that picture. I have the CD over there. And I love the inner sleeves of these, too. I kind of hate it when bands just do plain white inner sleeves. This kind of gets boring. But it's the other one. And the records obviously sound incredible. I want to find the colored vinyl edition of this because it looks awesome, but just such a return to form. So many of these songs sound like stuff they would do on their older records like Yoshimi and stuff, or Embryonic, which is my favorite album of theirs. Will You Return When You Come Down, just a beautiful song. Flowers at Neptune 6, Mother I've Taken LSD, Assassins of Youth, My Religion Is You. A phenomenal record right here. One that if you don't know if you're into really psych, prog, pop kind of stuff, give this album a listen and you will love it. And up next is my first colored vinyl of the batch. It is Foxygen with their album Seeing Other People. Foxygen are a really good psych pop duo, and they do all sorts of other music. If they're on the label Jaguar, you might know that label. If you know the band Bon Iver, they're on the same label as them. And Unknown Mortal Orchestra. This is a really cool color. I don't know how well it's going to show up. I got two of these inner sleeves with it. It's a hot pink. And I absolutely love this color as the inner sleeve falls on the floor. I love the color of the vinyl here. Let me pick up the inner sleeve because it fell on the floor. Beautiful album. Just the color of it. And obviously this album is really good. I love a lot of the songs. Work, Seeing Other People, Face the Facts, News, Flag at Half-Mast. Just a great album with some great jams. It's only 9 songs long, but it just is such a fun experience. This is another album that I like to play when people are around just because it's just such a burst of energy. Great album by a great band. I really hope they make another album. They haven't been too active since they toured. I really hope they're not breaking up because they are a great band. And I forgot, I didn't even show you guys the gatefold, which is pretty cool. So, great record. Check out Foxygen. They have a great discography. And here's another very cool colored vinyl that I own. Franz Ferdinand's excellent most recent album, Always Ascending. This one has a lot of stuff in it as well. Back cover. This is the prettiest record in my collection. And I'll show it to you in a minute. I'm going to leave you in suspense with what this one looks like. It comes with a booklet. Always Ascending. Kind of really thin. That's the thing I don't like. It's very kind of hard to flip through. And back here. Comes with a poster, which I won't unfold because it's just the album cover and the back cover that I show. It's just this on one side, then this on the other side. It's kind of, I don't know. I'm not a fan of them just using those. But let's get to the vinyl. What does the vinyl look like? What color is it? Is it purple or is it, oh, look at that. It's marbled, white and pink. My jaw dropped when I first bought this album. And I'll try and find a spot where you can kind of tell. It's kind of hard to see. The lighting in my room sucks. But I'm trying to see a spot. Also, if you look real close, kind of see etchings of yellow on there too. But, I mean, just a thick vinyl and a great record. Really fun record. 2 back-to-back kind of throwback feeling ones that are just fun to listen to. That's why I want my record collection to be, because I want to get an actual good sound system with my vinyl, because I just have a Victrola suitcase one that I really don't like. I mean, it's a nice present. It's a nice, I shouldn't say I don't like it. It's a nice starting vinyl system, one of the suitcase Victrolas. If it's your first record player, then, you know, it's what you have, and it's doing good. But I think the speakers are going out on it, honestly, because I was spinning the Aerosmith album, and I was spinning Sun Giant, and the audio quality was awful. It was really bassy and stuff. I tried to adjust the settings, and it really didn't do much. I have 2 Genesis albums. These ones are really beaten up because these are really old. Genesis 3 Sides Live, a double live album. I won't take the sleeves out because they're falling apart. Yeah, a double live album. Really cool gatefold again. And then Duke by Genesis, which is an underrated album of theirs, in my opinion. And then we have the only solo Beatles album I have on vinyl, George Harrison's Living in the Material World. And I have the CD of this as well. Really cool gatefold. This one didn't have an inner sleeve when I got it for Christmas. It was just, can't even get it out. This little thing with the lyrics, the lyric booklet, which I'll show you. Just the lyric booklet and the vinyl as well. But, I don't know, maybe I need to get an air sleeve for this. This is another one that, because the album cover is black, it's kind of hard to see. Kind of has another nice texture to it. I really like when artists do that with albums, because glossy ones feel nice too. But the matte, the texture they put into it just feels nice in your hands. And I really like that. And this is a fantastic record. A fantastic follow-up. That, of course, isn't as good as All Things Must Pass, which I think is the best solo Beatles album, but just a great follow-up nonetheless. And then I have another colored one. You guys are going to think, where the hell is this guy's music taste? Khalid, Free Spirit. I have a friend. She is a huge Khalid fan, and I guess through her talking about him, I didn't care for this album, except for a few songs like Talk and Better and stuff like that. But she just kept promoting his music, and I'm like, you know what? I'll just check this album out. You know, what's it gonna hurt? Except my pride. But But I really enjoyed it. It was a fun R&B with some modern pop tendencies. Really, really good. And I love the color of this one. Kind of like an orange. Okay, see me through the vinyl. Orange vinyl, but a really, really cool one. It comes with a poster as well, which I won't unfold because it's huge. But yeah, just a fun album as well. Some real heartfelt stuff on here, like Bluffin' and 21. Just a great record, in my opinion. Again, I might get laughed at in the comments section, but I really, really like this album a lot. And then, for you classic rock fans, the best Led Zeppelin album in my mind, Led Zeppelin 2. Again, bluesy. I like bluesy stuff. This is my favorite Led Zeppelin record. Whole Lotta Love is just such a hard-hitting rock song. You get What Is and What Should Never Be, which is one of their most underrated songs. You get Thank You, Heartbreaker, Livin', Lovin' Made, Ramble On, Bring It On Home. A great record. And this one is on the, of course, the Atlantic label. And I bought this at the flea market from a good friend. And this vinyl was $20. And it's in perfect condition, basically. There's a little bit of, I don't know, mold spots or something. I don't know what it is, if it's just dirt on there. But I see ones at the Exchange, which is my favorite record store in Northeast Ohio. They have this same Led Zeppelin 2 album at the record store for like $30. And the condition is awful. Like the inside gatefold, the inner spine, this part will be all ripped up. There'll be scuffs all over there. They're charging people $30, and I got this nice copy. They would probably sell for $50 for $20. That tells you everything. Sorry, the Exchange. I love you. I do. You're one of my favorite record stores. I have most of this stuff, my CDs, my vinyls, and my DVDs. I have because of the Exchange, but that's my only gripe. Be better, okay? And then, of course, we have an album from my favorite band, The National. I want to get all of their albums, obviously, but this is Trouble Will Find Me, a very underrated album of theirs. I don't think a lot of people give it enough of a chance. This one and I Am Easy to Find, a lot of people don't like for some reason. But obviously High Violet is my favorite album of all time, so of course I have to own something from The National. I want to try and find that one on vinyl next. It's kind of expensive, but it's vinyl. And I love the inner sleeves with this one. And this is like the heaviest damn record in my collection. I don't know if this is 200 gram or what, but it's hard to even take out of the sleeve. And look how thick it is. That has to be 200 gram. That's not just 180. That has to be heavier weight because it sounds different. And if I just play it, obviously it's going to sound different because it's physical, but it has a little bit of a deeper sound. So I'm thinking this is a heavier pressing than 180 gram. I'm not sure what else it would be, but this is a double, obviously spread across 2 discs, but this has my favorite National song and probably my favorite song, or one of my favorite songs of all time, Graceless, on it, and Sea of Love, Pink Rabbits, This Is the Last Time, Demons, just a great record. Check it out. If you're into more emotional rock, art pop kind of stuff. And then we get a very beat up copy, I need a new one, of Wish You Were Here by Pink Floyd. I got this in a dollar bin when I was like 14 years old. So it's a very old pressing, but I want to get a newer one at some point. Really ripping. See, it's like coming apart right there. That's not good. And we have some more colored vinyl right here. We have Silver Sun Pickups, Carnivus, cool dream pop shoegaze band from the 2000s. They're still making music. Well, I have this one on CD. Gatefold, really cool. And this one, I don't think it's going to show up well on camera, but it's brown vinyl. It's kind of like a coffee color, kind of. I really think it's cool. It's kind of marbled. You can't really tell that it's marbled, but it is. See if I can shine it. I don't know how well that's coming through, but it is marbled with like some black, but obviously because of the way the light's hitting it, it's going to reflect off. it's not going to look like much of anything, but a great record. If you love like post-punk, shoegazy, dream poppy stuff, really, really good. The singer, I mean, his voice isn't for everyone, but I love his voice, honestly. Just a great record, honestly, and a great debut as well. And then I have another one of their albums right here. It is Neck of the Woods by Silver Sun Pickups. This one, another gatefold, is on yellow vinyl. Yellow black swirled vinyl. And let me get this one out. Really, really cool stuff. Then we have a classic here, one of my favorite albums of all time, Simon & Garfunkel's Bridge Over Troubled Water. A very emotional album, obviously, because there's just so many hard-hitting songs on here. Boxer, obviously, the title track, Keep the Customer Satisfied, a great, just a masterpiece. It's considered a masterpiece for a reason, because it is. I have to play this album once a year because either on vinyl, digital, or CD. I try and play it on vinyl, but I have a CD of it as well. Just a very close album for me. I love this record. And now, starting to move to the later portion of my vinyl collection, so you guys know. So there's only a few more to go. I'll take them all out. This is some more classic albums for the classic rock fans of my channel. Steely Dan, Pretzel Logic. This is a phenomenal record, and a lot of you probably already know it. You've probably seen this gatefold image a million times. Yeah. Sorry. Great song, Ricky Don't Lose That Number, Night by Night. Any major dude will tell you. Pretzel Logic, With a Gun, a great record. Check it out if you somehow haven't. And then, the only 45 I have for some reason is a single of Eye of the Tiger by Survivor. I have no idea why I own this, but okay. I have Talking Heads with their album More Songs About Buildings and Food. This is my favorite Talking Heads record. Has their great cover of Take Me to the River by Al Green. Girls That Want to Be with the Girls, I'm Not in Love, and of course, Thank You for Sending Me an Angel. This is on Sire Records. Love that label. And David Byrne, as I've said before, is a genius. Genius. As is Brian Eno, who produced this album. Here's an obscure one. Todd Rundgren's Utopia. My dad turned me on to this album. He played it for me, and I saw it in a vinyl at the flea market that I go to, and I couldn't believe it was only $5. This is on Searsville Record. It's a really, really good album. If you love, like, prog rock, if you love stuff like David Bowie's early albums, if you love stuff like Yes, Uriah Heep, Pink Floyd, Genesis, any kind of prog rock band like that, King Crimson, you will love this record. And there's so many good songs on here. Freak Parade, Freedom Fighters, The Icon. The Icon takes up the entire second side. I believe there's only like 4 songs on here, but it's just such a unique record. And Todd Rundgren, he's made stuff close to this, but this was just such an experience, really. I really enjoyed coming back to this album. And then we get into my 21 Pilots collection, probably the artist I have the most albums of, because I was a huge fan of them, still are. We have Vessel. Let me show you that one first, because there's some cool stuff with it. Vessel. I actually have to get a new copy of this, because, oh boy. It's a nice clear vinyl. My ex-girlfriend got me this copy, so I'm going to have to get a new copy of this because I just don't want to be associated with that. But I'm not going to talk about my relationship or anything on this channel. No, I'm just going to show you the vinyl. keep going through. We have Blurryface. My friend gave me his old copy because he had gotten a colored copy, I believe, of this album. It's really cool. It has 2 black inner sleeves. And I love the way that this comes out. I'll try to show you. That's awesome. It has a little thing from the album cover. Probably my least favorite album of theirs, this one. Some good songs on there, but by no means amazing. And of course, we have the best damn album they ever made, Trench, my album of the year for 2018. The only album that came close to topping this was Unknown Moral Orchestra's Sex and Food, which I want to get on vinyl. But this is just such an amazing concept record, and I love the color of this vinyl. This is the Urban Outfitters exclusive. Let me just look at that. That's incredible color. I wanted to get the green copy, but it sold out really fast, and I just for months put off even buying this one until I found at Urban Outfitters. I have their newest record, Scaled and Icy, which I will defend. I think this is a perfectly fine album. I think it's really good. Some songs on there that I would definitely cut off, but I do like it. This is on a beautiful blue pressing. Almost dropped the damn thing on the floor. That wouldn't be good. Then, final stretch here, folks. We have Vampire Weekend with Modern Vampires of the City. Comes with a poster and stuff, and I won't unfold it because it's a big poster. And then, these are 2 albums here that I'm kind of scared to take out of the plastic because they're very fragile. So I'm probably not going to, especially not with this one. This is Who Live at Leeds. I like having old albums, even though I'm pretty sure this one's beat to shit. I just like owning old stuff, so especially vinyl. And then this one, I'll be very careful. This is an album I'm doing a Frankenstein project of. If you don't know what Frankensteining an album is, it's when you buy like a couple copies of an album. Like say you get 5 copies. And you take the best, especially with a double album with inserts like this, you take the best insert, record, inner sleeve, cover, and whatever else is in there that is in the best condition, and you combine them all into one. And I think the booklets aren't I'll show you the booklets because they're in pretty good condition. I just really don't want this thing to like rip open if I open it. See how beat up it is on the top and the bottom. I'll be very careful. This is my favorite Who album, by the way, if you're wondering. Very careful opening the gate, folks. Like I said, I don't want it to rip on me. Like, look at that. Gotta try and be careful. Oh, boy. This one is on Track Records and MCA. This is the only record that has the inner sleeve for whatever reason. It has a bite out of it as well. So, I'm not sure. Has the booklet, which is pretty cool. I'll try to show you some pictures. Booklet. Pete Townsend with all his porn right there. That's pretty cool. Try to just flip away from that. I forgot that was in there. I don't want this thing to bend. In the back. Great album. You know what? I'm actually gonna. Oh. Then there's the original inner sleeve. I guess I did have it. Or the original little fold-out thing. With the album notes. So this thing's pretty much trashed. And there's the second record. And then here's this. Has the lyrics on the inside. Put this in here. And then put the booklet in there. all the audiophile people are probably losing their mind by the way I handle these records, but, you know, I'm very careful. Most of the time it's just this one I'm trying to be extra careful of, but I need to start Frankensteining this. I need a few more copies to go through. I'm going to go to my local record store soon and definitely get a nice copy of this, and just one that I don't have to be worried about playing or taking out of its plastic sleeve. Good as new. So that's my whole record collection, guys. This was a really long video, but yeah, so let me know what you think, and I'm hoping to get some more records very soon. Thank you, bye.